My back hurt until I started doing these exercises. If you're navigating your golden years, say past the age of 60, and you find that the initial 5 minutes after waking up are the most challenging part of your entire day, this message is unequivocally for you. The sensation of a stiff back, hips that feel inexplicably tight, and a body that moves as if it's still caught in the sluggish embrace of sleep. This is a shared experience for many, and the intention here is to offer a tangible solution. This approach is designed to be distinct, moving beyond the conventional to offer real, immediate benefits. Before embarking on any form of physical exertion or exercise, there's a crucial 60-second assessment we need to undertake together right now. The objective is simple: to gauge the current state of your back by assigning it a numerical score, ranging from 0, signifying no discomfort, to 10, indicating significant pain or stiffness. Following this initial self-evaluation, we will transition into a brief yet potent 5-minute routine. Intriguingly, a significant portion of this routine, precisely half of it, is designed to be performed while you are still comfortably situated in your bed. The subsequent step involves re-evaluating your back's condition, performing the same test again to observe any changes. The overwhelming majority of individuals who engage with this process report a substantial reduction in their score, often by as much as half, by the time this entire presentation concludes. It is highly recommended, and indeed vital, that you meticulously record your starting score. This initial number serves as your baseline, your personal benchmark, against which future progress will be measured. Now let us commence this journey. Our initial diagnostic involves 3 straightforward movements, each designed to isolate and assess different aspects of your spinal mobility and comfort. You will assign yourself a score out of a total of 10 for each of these tests. To facilitate this, you might wish to have a pen and paper at the ready or simply commit the numbers to memory. This initial phase is crucial for understanding your starting point. Test 1. The stand-up assessment. To begin this assessment, position yourself to sit on the very edge of your bed or a comfortable chair. The objective is to stand up slowly, just once. As you transition from a seated to a standing position, pay close attention to the sensations within your lower back. Ask yourself, did your lower back feel completely free of any discomfort or stiffness? If the answer is a resounding yes, then award yourself a score of 0 for this particular aspect. Should you have experienced a subtle degree of stiffness, a mild inconvenience, then a score of 1 or 2 would be appropriate. If, however, you encountered genuine pain that necessitated a brief pause or hesitation in your movement, assign yourself a score of 3. Furthermore, if you found yourself needing to use your hands to push off from the surface, be it the bed or the chair, to assist in your standing motion, add an additional point to your score. This specific test, therefore, is designed to yield a score ranging from 0 to 4. It is imperative that you remember this number accurately. Test 2. The forward bend. Now assume a tall standing posture, allowing your arms to hang loosely at your sides, completely relaxed. Your task is to slowly bend forward from your waist. Your hands should aim to reach downwards, towards your knees, your shins, or even the floor, depending on your current range of motion and comfort level. The key is to go only as far as you can without experiencing significant pulling or pain. Identify precisely where any tightness or pain begins to impede your movement. If you can comfortably touch your toes without feeling any sensation of pulling or strain, then you receive a score of 0. If your reach extends comfortably to your shins, allocate yourself a score of 1. Should you only be able to reach as far as your knees, assign yourself a score of 2. And if you can barely bend forward at all, indicating significant restriction, then a score of 3 is appropriate. After completing this forward bend, rise back up to a standing position slowly and with control. Remember this score. Test 3. The side lean assessment. This marks the final diagnostic test before we proceed to sum up your overall score. Again, stand tall. Begin by sliding your right hand down the side of your right leg, allowing your body to lean sideways. Subsequently, replicate the same motion on your left side, sliding your left hand down the side of your left leg. As you perform these lateral movements, consider the following. Did both sides of your body allow for a similar range of motion with no noticeable pain? If so, award yourself a score of 0. Did you perceive a slight difference in how far you could lean on one side compared to the other, perhaps accompanied by a minor pulling sensation? In that case, a score of 1 is fitting. Was there a distinct and noticeable difference between the two sides, or did you experience a pinching sensation on either side? If this were the case, assign yourself a score of 2, and if either of these side bends was genuinely painful, then a score of 3 is warranted. Calculating your morning back score. Now it's time to consolidate these individual scores. Add together the score you received for the stand-up assessment, the forward bend assessment, and the side lean assessment. This sum represents your total morning back score, which will fall somewhere between 0 and 10. This score is not merely an arbitrary number, it serves as a valuable indicator, offering insights into the current condition of your back. Before you commit this final number to memory or write it down, it's important to understand what your score truly signifies. A numerical score gains its meaning when we understand the narrative it represents. Interpreting your score. Let us delve into the significance of your morning back score. If you scored between 0 and 3, this indicates that your back is in a remarkably good state, outperforming many individuals of your age group. While you might experience some minor morning stiffness, this is generally considered normal and your spine is effectively performing its vital functions. For you, this routine is not a critical intervention for an existing problem, but rather a proactive measure, an insurance policy, if you will. Committing just 5 minutes each day to this routine can act as a powerful preventative measure, ensuring that the minor stiffness you feel now does not gradually escalate into the more debilitating pain that affects so many people in their late 60s and 70s. It is crucial not to dismiss this routine simply because you feel fine today. The individuals who maintain their mobility and comfort into their 80s are often those who have consistently prioritized the well-being of their backs from their mid-60s onwards. If you scored between 4 and 6, this score places you in a category occupied by a significant portion of individuals over 60. Your back is likely not injured, but it is certainly sending you a clear message. The stiffness you notice in the mornings is an early warning sign, not an immediate crisis and certainly not a cause for panic, but equally it is not something that should be disregarded. This period represents a critical window of opportunity. Those who take proactive steps during this opportune phase are far less likely to require interventions such as injections, specialized braces, or consultations with medical specialists later on. Conversely, individuals who delay action until their score reaches an 8 or a 9 often face a significantly more challenging and prolonged recovery journey. You are in the precise position to effect a positive change, and the investment of a mere 5 minutes per day is all that is required. If you scored between 7 and 10, take a deep breath. It's understandable that such a high score might feel daunting, but please listen very carefully. This score does not signify the end of your mobility, nor is it an inevitable consequence of simply getting older. A high score fundamentally indicates that your back has been underutilized and inadequately supported for an extended period, leading to a state where the muscles responsible for protecting your spine have become less active. The excellent news, however, is that these muscles are remarkably capable of reawakening and regaining their strength far more quickly than one might anticipate. Many individuals who begin with a score of 8 or 9 experience a reduction of 2 or 3 points within the very first week of consistently following this routine. You are not beyond hope. In fact, you are precisely the individual for whom this specific routine was meticulously designed. Do not postpone taking action. Begin this routine with me right now. Commit to your progress. Before we move forward, there is a small but profoundly important step I need you to take. Please pause this video momentarily, scroll down to the comments section and write down your current score. Whatever it may be it a 3, a 6, a 9, or any number in between, simply enter the number. This is your starting point, your personal reference. And now, I'm going to ask you to do something that many people unfortunately overlook. In 1 week's time, return to this exact comment and reply to it with your updated score. Then do the same again in 1 month. You will likely be genuinely astonished by how much your score has improved and how distant your current starting number feels. What feels like a burden today will undoubtedly feel lighter than you can currently imagine, and far sooner than you might expect, but this transformation is contingent upon having that initial number recorded. Our memories can be fallible, but written numbers offer a concrete record of our journey. As a small request, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please take a moment to do so and tap the like button. We are dedicated to releasing new videos weekly, specifically curated for individuals over the age of 60. These videos offer practical, safe, and effective advice on movement and overall health. There are no complicated instructions, no need for any specialized equipment, just straightforward guidance. Thank you for your consideration. The 5-minute routine for back relief move 1, the gentle knee-to-chest stretch in bed. This first movement is designed to be performed before your feet even touch the floor. If you are still in bed, remain there to begin. If you have already risen, gently lie down on any flat and stable surface. Your bed, a sofa, or even a rug on the floor will suffice. Bend your knees, ensuring your feet are flat on the surface. Select one knee, it doesn't matter which one, and slowly draw it towards your chest. The key here is gentleness. Avoid pulling too hard or too quickly. The aim is to feel a mild, comforting stretch in your lower back. Hold this position for approximately 10 seconds, focusing on your breathing. After the 10 seconds, gently lower that leg and then repeat the process with the other leg. Perform this exercise on each side twice. This movement is known as a supine knee-to-chest stretch, and it is incredibly beneficial for the health of your spinal discs, which can become compressed overnight. It provides a gentle decompression of your lower spine, alleviating the pressure it has been under. It also signals to the muscles surrounding your lumbar region, which can tighten up during sleep, that it is safe to relax. Many individuals report feeling a noticeable difference even before completing the second round on each side. Please note, if you have recently undergone back surgery or have a diagnosed disc injury, keep the pull extremely light or opt to skip this movement and proceed directly to the next one. Move 2. Activating your stabilizer muscles. In bed. Remain in the same position as move 1. Knees bent, feet flat on the surface. Instead of lifting your legs, the focus here is on gently pressing your lower back into the surface beneath you. Imagine you are trying to flatten a small imaginary ball that is positioned under your spine. Hold this gentle pressure for a count of 3 seconds and then release. This constitutes 1 repetition. Complete a total of 10 slow repetitions. This exercise cleverly engages 2 crucial areas simultaneously: the deep stabilizer muscles that run along your spine and the smaller muscles in your hips that tend to become inactive overnight. These are the muscles that provide essential support and protection to your back when you stand up. If these stabilizers don't engage first, the larger, more superficial muscles are forced to compensate, which is precisely where that familiar morning strain often originates. That slight, unexpected twinge you might feel just from reaching for your slippers. That discomfort is often a sign that a vital stabilizer muscle didn't wake up in time. Aim for 10 slow and controlled repetitions, maintaining normal breathing throughout. You should feel a gentle warmth across your lower back, not pain. Move 3. The gradual transition to standing. This movement addresses a common mistake that many people make, often leading to that initial morning struggle. Carefully roll onto your side, using your arm to gently push yourself into a seated position on the edge of your bed or chair. Ensure your feet are flat on the floor. Now the critical step: remain seated for 30 seconds before attempting to stand. Most people instinctively skip this important transition, and this is precisely where that unsteady feeling, that momentary loss of balance on your first few steps, originates. A subtle instability that many experience but rarely articulate. Once you have completed your 30 seconds of seated preparation, sit tall with your hands resting on your knees. Slowly round your back, bringing your chin towards your chest and allowing your shoulders to move forward. Then gently reverse the movement. Lift your chest, creating a slight controlled arch in your upper back, and look slightly upwards. Move smoothly back and forth between these 2 positions. Perform this gentle spinal articulation 5 times. This action effectively mobilizes every joint in your spine through a small, safe range of motion before you subject your entire body weight to it. Consider it akin to warming up a cold engine before embarking on a drive. If you bypass this step, the first 10 steps you take after waking, will likely feel the most arduous. By performing this movement, you will notice a significant difference in how you walk, even down the stairs. Move 4. The hip flexor stretch, the game changer. If you were to perform only a single movement from this entire routine, this would be the one to prioritize as it yields the most significant and lasting benefits for many. Stand next to your bed, a low bench, or a sturdy ottoman, something approximately knee height. A stable chair can also serve this purpose. Place your right foot flat on top of this elevated surface. Your left foot, which remains on the floor, should point straight forward. Avoid letting it flare out to the side, as correct alignment is crucial. Now pay close attention to this next step, as it is what most people miss. Before initiating any other movement, consciously tuck your tailbone under. Imagine you are directing your belt buckle upwards towards the ceiling. You may immediately feel a stretch across the front of your left hip. This sensation indicates that your psoas muscle is beginning to activate. From this position, firmly squeeze your glutes, the muscles in your buttocks, and maintain this squeeze throughout the stretch. This action is paramount for keeping your pelvis in the correct, stable position. Without this glute engagement, the stretch can incorrectly transfer to your lower back, rendering the exercise ineffective and potentially causing discomfort. With your glutes actively squeezed, gently press your left hip bone forward. Avoid arching your back or leaning forward at the waist. The movement should be solely a forward press of the hip. You should feel a deep, comfortable stretch along the front of your left thigh and extending into the front of your left hip. Hold this position for 15 seconds, breathing deeply. Then lower your leg and repeat the process on the other side. Perform this stretch on each side twice. The crucial importance of the hip flexor stretch. Let's understand why this movement is so vital. The muscle we are actively stretching is known as the psoas. This significant muscle originates at the front of your hips and extends upwards, connecting to your lower back. When it becomes tight overnight, a common occurrence. After the age of 60, it exerts a pulling force on your lower spine from the inside. You can perform numerous back stretches throughout the day, but if you neglect to open and lengthen the psoas, the pain is likely to persist or recur. This is the exact movement that is frequently omitted from many morning routines, and it is the primary reason why a multitude of back stretches fail to deliver the expected results. To ensure the efficacy of this stretch, 3 elements are absolutely essential: your foot pointing directly forward, your tailbone tucked under, and your glutes firmly squeezed. If you miss any one of these components, you are likely just arching your back. However, if you engage all 3 correctly, you will notice a tangible difference within a week. Move 5. The wall reset for spinal alignment. This is the concluding movement, designed as a morning reset for your spinal alignment. Find any wall, stand with your back against it, your heels a few inches away from the surface. Aim to press the back of your head, your upper back, and your lower back as flat against the wall as is comfortably possible. Allow your arms to hang relaxed at your sides. Hold this position for 30 seconds, breathing slowly and deeply. Focus on the sensation of your spine lengthening against the wall. This exercise serves to reset your posture before the day's activities begin to load your spine through standing, walking, bending, and sitting. Throughout the night, gravity has been subtly influencing your spinal alignment. This wall exercise provides your spine with a clear vertical reference point before you engage with the demands of the day. 30 seconds is all it takes. And with that, you have completed the routine. The unsung heroes of back health, water, and consistency. However, before you immediately retest your back, there are 2 critical pieces of advice that I must impress upon you. If you overlook these, the benefits of the routine you've just completed may not fully integrate and become lasting. The first is a habit that very few people incorporate into their morning, yet it is profoundly important. Before your first cup of coffee, drink a full glass of plain water. Here's the science behind this simple yet impactful habit. Your spinal discs are responsible for cushioning your vertebrae, and they actively rebuild and rehydrate themselves overnight, primarily using the fluid within your body. This is the fundamental mechanism of disc health. Now consider the effect of coffee. Coffee is a diuretic, meaning it causes your body to lose fluid. If your initial beverage of the day is Caffeine, you're essentially drawing water out of your spinal discs at a time when they are actively trying to stay hydrated. Conversely, if your first drink is water, you are providing your discs with the essential hydration they need to maintain their cushioning capacity throughout the entire day. Therefore, water first, coffee second. Many individuals notice a significant improvement in their afternoon back stiffness within a week simply by adopting this one change. Your 5-minute morning blueprint. Let's summarize your incredibly efficient 5-minute morning back routine. In bed, begin with a gentle knee-to-chest stretch on each side, followed by a few pelvic tilts. Transition. Sit up on the edge of your bed for about 30 seconds. Seated movement. Perform a few gentle cat-cow movements while seated. Standing. Stretch, stand up and perform the elevated hip flexor stretch, holding each side. Final reset. Finish with the wall decompression exercise. Hydration. And critically, before you have your coffee, drink a large glass of water. The power of 7 days and beyond. Now here's the component that truly solidifies your progress. Consistency. Commit to performing this routine every single morning for the next 7 days. There is a very strong probability that the initial score you so diligently recorded in the comments section will begin to decrease significantly. Many people discover that their persistent back pain was never solely a matter of aging. Rather, it was a consequence of what their back was lacking in those crucial first few minutes of the day. After these 7 days, I encourage you to return to the comments section, locate your original score, and reply to your own comment with your new updated number. This not only allows you to track your personal progress, but also provides invaluable feedback for me, helping me understand what types of routines are most effective for you and guiding the development of future content. If you found this video and routine to be beneficial, a like and a subscription to the channel are greatly appreciated and help us continue to create these resources. Take good care of your back. It has supported you through a lifetime of experiences.